Today's the day, the sun is shining, and Rocky Mountain Construction has released or really announced their new Wild Moose family coaster. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. If you haven't seen the video, I'll have it playing in some parts. Also, if you're wondering how this mic sounds, this is the Blue Yeti I was originally using for my reaction videos. Let me know what y'all think of it. I am kind of seeing between my DJI wireless mic that I've been using for a lot of the reaction videos lately. Alrighty, so this is right off of RMC's page. This is what the actual coaster is going to look like. It is pretty wild what they fit all in this coaster, and it's the most janky thing I think I've ever seen as far as a wild mouse, because of all like it's kind of crazy seeing how the track is just like curving outward and going inward. Really crazy, but I think this is a great design. This is actually a perfect coaster for a lot of parks. Like, I'm thinking about it more and more, and I'm just like, yo, this is super smart. What they did, they made it the same dimension as the original Wild Mouse coasters. I think you can switch the height probably. I imagine people are already hitting up RMC now about this. I personally don't know what the first park will be to get this. I do think it could be a smaller park, and RMC never says their price on how much this model is going to cost. My guess is probably around maybe 2 to 3 million. I don't think it's going to be too expensive, honestly, at all, which is a good thing. That's the whole point of this anyways. I do like the way it looks. Even with this colored track, it's showing that you can switch the colors of the track, which is really cool. I like that RMC does that with their track. It's really cool that they can color code it or switch colors. As you see though, the dimension is 150 foot and then 80 foot in width. The height of it is going to be 50 feet tall. Like I said, I don't know if they can actually switch the height or if they want to make a large scale version. I'm pretty sure they can do different customizations. I actually really like the way it looks. It kind of reminds me of like a boardwalk type of coaster. It seems like you could put this right on the Jersey Shore or something, like one of those type of coasters. I think it would look really cool. I think a light package on this would look really nice. If I'm correct, I don't know. Let me actually go back really quick. So it looks like it's using drive tires, so it's not using an actual chain lift from the looks of it. At least from the images I'm seeing, it doesn't show a chain lift. It's showing pretty much all drive tires. Even in this layout, it's showing drive tires. But from a sky view of it, it is pretty wonky how you go up, you go down, and then you go in. It's crazy. It definitely is a wild moose. Part of me is like, that's so corny, but it actually kind of just fits. I like what they did with it. I think it's pretty cool. It's just it's gimmicky, you know. It's gimmicky, just like the wild mouse. It was gimmicky in the first place. I think it's really cool. Another amazing thing about this, will go down a little bit. Obviously this is the iBox track. It's showing a couple models here, a couple other versions that they have here. Another small scale version of a wild mouse, which I like. This is kind of cool too. Like I said, it's nice to see RMC making more family style coasters, and personally I think Twisted Timbers is really a great first ride for, I guess, kids. It's a great ride for kids to really get on, and there's not many family coasters like that. Even though Twisted Timbers is as crazy as all get out as far as airtime, every person I see gets off the ride, they're laughing. And I personally think that this type of model is great for them. Like, it's going to give you little pops of airtime. You get those nice little twists and turns, and it's a cred. At the end of the day, it's still a credit. But they also have this blue version. Like I said, they're showing that you can do different colored track. This personally looks like a Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's probably not though, but it may actually be. And of course, we've got the new trains. The new trains is pretty much my favorite thing, and I really hope that this is going to be the new restraint for pretty much all RMCs going forward. As far as iBox, they really need to redesign the single rail train restraints, because it's just not it. It is not it. For like Jersey Devil, those restraints were just, that's probably one of the worst restraint designs I've honestly been in, just because of how they have your legs. Your legs are like this, and then you have the restraint that pulls down, and the station's still moving while you're trying to get locked in. It's a really tight restraint too. This, on the other hand, it looks like they do have the little shin guards, but they don't look like they're very, I guess, harsh. It doesn't look like they're trying to lock you in. It just seems like they're just trying to keep your legs in the ride, so they don't go flying outside the train, which makes sense. I mean, it is going to be a family coaster, so that makes sense. The most intriguing thing about this, though, when you look at the picture, they have the clamshell design, and this is really what RMC's needed anyway. I mean, I'm curious if you could do a loop in these. You probably can, because the way you're sitting, it seems like you probably would be able to still go through a loop possibly. But I really like the way the train looks. I like the lap bars. I think it looks more like a stadium seat. It's nice. It kind of looks like you're leveled back a little bit. I really like what they did. It's also a handle The handle, it looks like there's no seatbelt, but you know Cedar Fair is going to add a seatbelt for crying out loud. I'll go to another picture, but this image right here is really cool because it looks like the RMC logo might be lighting up. That would be a really nice touch to see, like lights on the actual RMC train. I really wanted Twisted Timbers to have the light package. I think it really been really cool for them to actually have the lights on the front car. And then obviously you got the front car. It seems like you can customize the front car like they did. It kind of reminds me of SeaWorld San Antonio, that little design, the little Stingray design. That kind of reminds me of that, or like Invader or something. I think that's really cool though that you can customize that. I can definitely see a lot of parks getting this. Honestly, I personally think it could be Six Flags or a Cedar Fair park as far as a big company that would get this first. But I really could see smaller parks getting this. Like, this seems like a perfect ride for like a Fun Spot or Knoebels or like a Kentucky Kingdom, those type of parks. And then one other thing they were talking about is how the train is a full train instead of it being a smaller car design, which I would kind of like to see from RMC, them making a shorter four-seater. That would be pretty cool in general. And we also haven't seen a launch iBox track. We haven't seen them do a launch coaster on an iBox. Obviously, they're trying to perfect that with Lightning Rod, and you see where that's going right now. With that being said, though, having a full train allows all the family to ride, which is really cool that they added that feature. It seems like this is going to be a great coaster, and I'm excited to ride one of these one day, whoever gets it first, or wherever it's going to be. Let me know what y'all think on it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank y'all for watching. Until next time, peace out.